Good morning, Guffanti.
Good morning, Guffanti. We have our cup of coffee. We don't have a glass of Prosecco this
Not
time.
today.
We're starting a little differently.
Well, because it's the morning. We never record on the morning, but guess what? It's morning. We're hungover, and it's time for Guffanti.
I was fucked up last night.
You were so... I haven't seen you that blackout like since high school.
I think that I really needed help last night. Someone needed to just calm me down.
Not calm me down. I was trying to.
I know.
So don't say that. I was actually really trying to calm you down, and I couldn't.
I drank a whole bottle of Jack Daniels.
I didn't realize that
nobody was stopping me.
No one was stopping me. Not a whole bottle. A mini.
It was a mini
bottle.
Not like a mini.
Wait. This is Guffanti Brunettes. Welcome to Guffanti Brunettes. My name is Emily.
My name is Sophia.
And we have Pete on sound. And it's a good morning.
It's a good morning, Guffanti.
And Sophia was blackout. Last night, we got back here. Sophia slept over last night, and we went out to our friend. We went to Hess's friend's apartment.
And he has the southern accent.
He's the one with the southern accent.
We were doing that accent all night.
I know. It was almost like a little too much.
He loved it, though.
He did love it.
He did.
But we came back here, and I didn't realize that you were drinking so much because I was smoking the pen, you know?
Safe.
So I wasn't drinking a lot, and I didn't realize you were downing this thing of Jack Daniels.
I had it in my shirt on the Uber ride home.
Without a cap, Sophia put the little bottle of Jack Daniels in between her titties, under her shirt, and Ubered home. So then we get back here, and I was like, Sophia, I'm actually like really tired. It was only like 1:30, and then we were playing piano. I was like, I'm really tired. Like, do you still want to order food? And then you were like, yeah, I'm starving. And I was like, all right, well, I might like pass out. Like, if you want something, order it now. It's going to take like 45 minutes to get here. And you were like, you looked at me like with these angry eyes and you were like, fuck off.
I was like so mad at you.
Well, because I was like, if you want something, it's going to take 45 minutes. And you were like,
and you know
God.
You know that I have the fat girl gene where if I get drunk or high, like I could eat everything.
Oh, me too.
Everything. And if you're going to deny me food when I'm drunk, you're dead to me.
Well, I wasn't denying it. I was saying if you want to get it, the time is now because it's going to be 4 a.m. before you get this food. But then
I needed you to do it because I wasn't even capable of ordering it.
Yeah, and then I knew we weren't going to get food because like you would be like, ugh, and like walk away and not care anymore about it. So then you were like, should we take our makeup off? Because we started sitting on the couch. And
which is good.
I was mentally prepared to just like sit on the couch and pass out. But then you like, should we take our makeup off? And I was like, okay, you're right, we should. So
I'm a good drunk. I still get everything done.
Yeah, that's impressive.
A functioning alcoholic. That's what they call me.
So then I start the shower because I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take my shower because I wasn't going to sleep in my bed if I didn't shower. I was going to like leave my makeup on and sleep out here with you. But then as soon as I knew I was like...
We sleep on this little couch that we're sitting on right now. I woke up last week, the day after the podcast. Yeah. I woke up cuddling Emily's little feet.
Yeah, we were
cuddling
just like
your feet, and Emily's ass is out. Like both of our asses were out.
Both of our asses were out. In thongs, in the clothes from the night before. I was ready to do that again, but then you mentioned getting makeup off. So I start the shower, and then you start talking to me. And then I get in the shower, and you're talking to me, and I could hear you perfectly, and I was answering. We were talking about something. And then you opened the shower door, and I was like, Sophia, close the door. You're like, but I'm trying to talk to you. And I was like, I can hear you. Close the door. And then you close it, and your face is pressed up right against the shower door. And then you're like, no, but I got something to say. I got something to say. Then you open the shower door, and I was like, Sophia, I'm not kidding you. I'm taking a shower. Close the door.
Oh, my gosh.
Then
I'm so glad I was just with you, not
after
someone else.
I tell you to close the door, then Sophia gets up on the toilet seat, puts the toilet down, gets on the toilet seat, and peeks her head over the shower door like it's a bathroom stall. And I was like, Sophia, I'm taking a fucking shower. I can hear you perfectly.
Why the fuck wouldn't you talk to me?
I was talking to you. You just wouldn't give me space.
I wanted to look at you.
I know. No, you didn't, because then I get out of the shower. We come back out here. I'm like, I'll clean. And then I'm sitting on that orange chair, and you were sitting on the couch. And as soon as I sit down on that chair, you got up and like walked over and like stood over me to talk to me. And I was like, Sophia, you gotta back up like 2 feet. you will not give me space and I need it right now.
I just needed all the attention.
Yeah, I know. You needed to be like 2 inches from my face.
Well, that's why I'm such a good networker when I'm drunk. I was going around, I was on the subway and I was literally I was performing the whole time. Mm-hmm. I was networking. I was like, follow my podcast. And I had people, I had an audience.
Sophia also said on the subway, she was like, I love the subway. I was like, you don't live here.
The subway is so much nicer than people make it out to be.
Well, you wrote it at like 11 o'clock
No,
at night.
even the subway station, there was art on the walls. I was doing a wow and 5 on Jamie.
Yeah,
I did makeup. We call it a wow and 5. I did a 5-minute makeup application on Jamie.
Yeah.
She looked beautiful. People were looking at her.
Yeah.
She was glowing. We were in this beautiful subway station. I think I was just trashed and grateful.
The beautiful subway station. You were like talking about like why do people complain about the subway? No. Not in the slightest. You've never had to take the train when it's time to go to work.
Friends. Everyone's so close to one another. You have to talk to people.
Oh God.
We met the guy from Brazil.
Yeah, we met some guy from Brazil.
I was ready to go back to Brazil with him. Yeah, I was ready to go. I was like, bye.
Yeah. I didn't feel that way at all. But that's just because I live here. So I'm like, ew. I was like, we're going to take this away. We're not going to take a car.
I did get a lot of mosquito bites last night.
You did?
There's so many mosquitoes in New York.
I guess so.
Everywhere. I have like scary mosquito bites.
When I sit out on my patio,
me being a hypochondriac, I'm like, I have Lyme's disease now. Yeah, like I'm looking at all these mosquito bites or like malaria.
You don't have either. I promise you. I'm
so scared.
I promise you.
I don't have it.
You don't have it. You don't.
I woke up to Emily's tits this morning.
Yeah. Oh my God. I came out
literally
here.
like so, that was. I was like laying back. I was so relaxed, and I just hear.
Well, no,
and then I look, and Emily's huge tits are out, and she's recording my face.
Well, I came downstairs to wake you up for Guffanti, and then I sleep naked. So I came down here. And then the way you were sleeping, your neck, like your head was like as if you were a statue. You were so poised, and sleeping so peacefully that I was like, I have to record this. I didn't even mean to wake you up. I just started laughing at how you looked. And then you woke up as if someone had gone, Sophia! You were like, all I did was laugh.
Because I was like kind of up already.
It's on the Guffanti story.
Wait,
maybe we'll have to save it.
Different topic. Do you know where Lebanon is? Do you know where Lebanon is? Where is that?
In the Middle
It's in the Middle East. What continent is that in? You don't know? No, it's not. Okay, so I was talking
where?
I was at work, and I was asking. I was just like,
it's not Africa, is it? The Middle East?
No, it's not. Do you know, Pete?
No.
Do you know where it is?
The Middle East.
Yeah. It doesn't seem. It is okay. So it's
Pete
in Asia.
Would know.
Pete
would know
because I was asked. I was at work. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna tell you the story.
Is it not Europe?
I'm wondering if people on this podcast are gonna think it's in Europe or Africa because I knew it was in Asia. I seem to be the only one. Me and Pete seem to be the only ones that know. I was at work and I'm just having like conversation with this lady. I'm like, so what are you doing for the weekend? She's like, well, I'm going back to my hometown in Lebanon. And I was like, oh, Lebanon. And then my coworker's like, where's Lebanon? And I was like, Asia. She was like, no, it's not in Asia.
Who said it's not?
Shit, the lady who lives there. And I was like, it's not? She's like, no, it's in the Middle East. I was like, the Middle East is in Asia. I mean, I thought. I was like,
wait
and she's telling, and she was like, and she's laughing at me, like she's giggling at me. And then my coworker's like, no, when they say Middle East, that means Europe. And I was like, no.
Middle East.
I was like, I know, and I had to do this. And then she's like, no, you got to work on your geography. And then I was like, oh, so it's in Europe. This lady thought that, she lived in Lebanon and thought.
The Middle East is a transcontinental region centered on Western Asia, Turkey, both Asian and European.
Wait, really?
And Egypt, Saudi Arabia is geographically the largest.
Wait, no. Middle East is all Asia. There is no...
Some people consider Egypt in the Middle East, and that's an African country.
Egypt's in Africa.
Egypt's partly in Africa. We're going to have a little geography lesson on Guffanti Brunettes. And I was like, I didn't even go to school. I'm like, girl, you literally live in Asia, and you don't even know where you're from. I was like, you just don't want to be Asian, but you are. You're from fucking Lebanon. That's Asian.
Oh my God, I have a friend who's
I'm literally
Lebanese.
starting to sweat because I was so mad.
I'm just sweating
She was
'cause
like,
it's
honey,
Lebanon.
you need to work on your geography. I was like, how dare you?
Oh my God, that's so rude.
How dare you? You don't even know where you're from.
Beirut is in Lebanon. I have a friend who's from Beirut, and she's Asian, but she looks white.
But she's Asian.
I
And
guess
she
it's
knows
because,
this.
well, even when I talk about like Indians, I forget that they are Asian.
Yeah, because you wouldn't really call them an Asian person, but you need to like if
You
someone
associate
said,
Asia-
If someone asked the continent that you live on, you would know you're from North America.
Yeah.
You would never be like, oh no, I'm from
Yeah, the fact that
South
she
America.
didn't know.
That made me so concerned.
But wait, are you looking it up? There's no service in here. You're not going to be able to find
I'm
it.
not looking it up, but
Are you texting during Guffanti Brunettes?
Yeah,
So-
I think it's well, Russia's in Asia, right?
Russia's partly in Asia.
depends on who you ask.
Depends on who you ask.
Depends on where they're from. But no, Lebanon's not in Europe.
Lebanon, Libya,
Lebanon.
Labia,
Lebanon.
Lebanon,
Lebanon.
Lebanon. What else is up? I'm done with talking about Lebanon.
I know. I got really upset about that.
Yeah, but it's over. I don't
Yeah.
really give a shit about where the fuck Lebanon is.
No, I know.
You could be in North America. You
I
could be
was-
my next door neighbor,
I was-
Lebanon. I don't care.
I was seriously so pissed off about that.
I bet you were.
Yeah.
It's insulting when someone doubts your intelligence.
So I changed my Instagram bio.
Too.
Well, first of all, I'm a public figure now. I am a public figure. I got 900 followers, and I'm like, shit.
She's like, I gotta make a
Things
business
are working
profile.
out for me. Things
Yeah.
are working out for me. So my bio is mediocre is okay.
Oh my god.
No.
I don't like that.
Why don't you like mediocre is okay? Because I play that. So
Oh, that's a pun. It's like a double entendre.
okay. So you're thinking more into it than I was, but I was thinking about it because I was talking to my cousin, and I play the piano sometimes, and it's like I have this thing where I can't fully commit to learning a full song.
Yeah.
So I just learn a little bit of it, and then I get bored, and I have to go on to something else. So I'm like,
Sagittarius.
So I
That's
was-
the Sagittarius in you.
is that really what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the Sag side of me. I was saying, like, my piano playing is mediocre, you know? Like, everything's mediocre. Mediocre is okay. I've been telling people this. They're like, Sophia, get rid of that.
Get rid of that.
It's just like my tattoo, my body is a vehicle. Like,
no,
everyone,
we
I always have-
decided last night your bio should be organic madness.
Oh my gosh. Did
Yeah.
we decide that? I was so drunk, I don't even remember.
Yeah, I know you don't remember anything. We decided organic madness should be your bio.
And that's so true about me.
Mediocre is okay. Who the fuck are you? Trying to be like, I'm just average.
And you know what?
Advertising when people
Whoever-
get to your Instagram profile, like
Meteor.
meteor.
is okay. You don't think that's good? I'm a public figure.
I'm a public figure. Sophia, why would you let people come to your profile and be like, just so you know, I'm average and I'm cool with it? That's what that says.
But I think average is good, right? No?
I mean, really?
Well, organic madness is a lot better.
I mean, I also just don't think you put out vibes
was
of
just
like,
thinking
I'm a mediocre girl.
Yeah, I guess.
You put out the most
That's why
eccentric
T.I. was
vibes.
like, I want a bad bitch. I don't want no mediocre.
I don't know that song.
You don't know that one?
I don't listen to rap.
Well, I don't either.
Okay.
But T.I. made that song.
What song is that?
It's called No Mediocre.
Speaking of Instagram, I would like to throw up a question to the room about a debate. What does an Instagram like mean?
Everything.
How conscious is an Instagram like? When you double tap someone's photo, how much does it mean to you?
Well,
Depends who it is.
it depends. It
Okay.
depends. Sometimes I'll do it with some thought. Like I'll put some thought. I'll be like, I'm gonna like this picture. Sometimes it'll be like an asshole move. Like I'm gonna I like picture, like my ex-boyfriend's picture.
We're gonna have to
I was
bleep
like,
that.
No, it's okay. It's fine.
Oh.
And I liked it, and I was like, that's an asshole move. But sometimes I do it to be nice. Sometimes I do it with no thought. It just depends.
I guess. Okay, so Pete, do you put thought into your Instagram likes when you like someone's photo?
No, it's pretty automatic, I think.
You just like double tap as you
It's
see
my
it.
friend, like, I'll like
Do you
it.
genuinely like what you like? Like, do you actually like it?
Most of the time, yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't just like to not like.
Well,
if
I-
you didn't like something.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I often like someone's something because I have to socially, and if I don't like it, they'll say something. But I think with girls and guys, it's different.
Yeah.
I brought this up because there are a few male followers of mine who are people in my life, and I notice that they only like my photos when they're really slutty.
Well, that
And
is
I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah. And I don't
like that.
I do get a lot of likes on my pictures that, like, if I'm in a bathing suit,
Hold
lot
on.
of male likes.
Retract. I don't like that I called it slutty. It's not slutty. When I post a
you were
really sexy
slut-shaming
photo,
yourself.
I know. When I post a really sexy photo, there are certain men who never show up ever on my feed. But when I post that, they like it, and I'm like, don't fucking do that.
Yeah.
That like, ew.
Well,
right?
I mean, I also genuinely appreciate a like, though.
Well, always.
I'm like, thank you for liking that. Even if it's a person, like, even if it's a guy, a creepy guy, I genuinely still appreciate a like. Just like my pictures, because the number is what matters most to me.
I always appreciate a like. I just feel like if you're gonna like my shit, like all of it. Don't just like the stuff that's...
So let's go back. Like, what does a like mean to you, Em?
Well, I guess I feel like when someone likes something...
What does someone else's like mean to you?
Okay, nothing.
Okay.
Normally.
All right.
There are, like, I really only pay attention to the likes of people in my life that I know. Mm-hmm. Like, if I, like, the random likes I get, I don't even, like, obviously I don't know you, so
yeah.
But I tend to notice, like, if I see a name that I know that comes up on a post that liked it, and I never see them like my stuff, you notice it.
Yeah, that's
true. And so, I mean, obviously, sexier photos always get more likes in general. I think it just like bums me out a little bit because if they only like something of mine that's like really like provocative, I feel like I get reduced to a pair of tits and ass. You know what I mean? I feel like it takes away a bit from me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Am I being too sensitive?
I think that you should appreciate the like, because if you're going to post a picture of your tits,
that's true.
If you're going to post a picture with your big milk jugs out,
then I'm asking for
with
likes.
your Stony Field and your Horizon.
My vitamin D organic.
With your vitamin D organic. You wanted people to see that. I'm not saying you're asking for it. Donna Karen did that. Do you remember when the lady, DKNY lady?
Donna Karen, New York?
Yeah, Donna Karen, New York. She did that. She said someone was asking for it when they like wore something that was provocative. She was like, and then a guy like hit on her and like, I forget who it was. Was it Harvey Weinstein? Harvey Weinstein like hit on a girl who wore like very
He did
provocative.
a lot more than
that.
I
know, but he was like, yeah, he was terrible. And she was like, well, you got to say, you know, with what some of these women are wearing, they're asking for it.
Well, clearly she's like old.
With
an old perspective.
Yeah, a lot of some older people follow me. Even my dad follows me, which is pretty upsetting.
Your dad has Instagram?
I know. I didn't realize it till lately. He's been watching my stories.
No.
I just made a story about
Block him.
I just made a story about like my tampon and like getting toxic shock syndrome because I leave my tampon in for a while.
Oh, I leave it in for 12.
I've never taken mine out. I've had my tampon in since I was 13. It's literally rotting in there. But I made a story. I know it's not. I take my tampon out. I'm pretty good at it. But I was saying, like, how do people get toxic shock syndrome? Like, if I leave my tampon in, I'm not going to get toxic shock syndrome, am I?
Here you go.
Who
with
does
human
that?
Condom.
What?
Sophia,
Do I live by human condom or something?
You just think you're not going to get... One day you're going to get toxic shock syndrome.
Don't ever say that.
Well, don't leave your tampons in.
She's putting that on me right now.
No, I'm not. I'm saying, like, you're not immune to it.
I don't think that...
But you know what?
I've known girls who had sex...
With a tampon.
With a tampon in, and it got pushed up. And they just, like, they didn't even realize, because, you know, they were probably just as drunk as I was last night, and they didn't remember, so they had sex, got pushed up, and then they're like, oh, there's a foul-smelling odor, like, coming from my puss.
Oh,
I'm so sorry, Pete. I am so sorry, Pete. But this is the female gender. We're disgusting. And she went to the girl went to the doctor's office, and she was like, oh, I know what's going on. And she pulls out this rotting tampon. Now, if that didn't give her toxic shock syndrome...
I'm sweating from this. I can't.
I know. But, like, who's going to get toxic shock syndrome? I got so much backlash. People didn't like that. They're like, I have a friend who had toxic shock syndrome.
Oh.
She had a seizure from the tampon. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. But back to my dad. My dad saw that.
Wait, but I think it's one of those things with toxic shock syndrome that's like with smokers. Like there are some people who chain smoke their entire lives and then die of like something not smoke related.
Yeah, that's
when they're
true.
like really old. There are people who get lung cancer and they never smoked.
Yeah.
Like I think bodies just are different.
My grandpa was extremely bulimic. He used to take a...
Really?
So, do you remember Poppy?
Yeah, he was bulimic.
Did you see how skinny he was?
I just thought he was really skinny.
So he had this is where I get my crazy from. He had this thing in his head that all food was toxic. So he would eat, but he would only eat healthy, but he still thought food was toxic. So not only would he throw up, but he'd put a tube down to his stomach and literally regurgitate it and throw up everything. I know, it's terrible.
He got a tube down his throat.
But he died of lung cancer.
Wait, I'm literally gonna throw up. He fit a tube down his own throat?
Yeah, into his stomach. He was
Oh my God, Sophia. Whoa, that's too much for me right now.
Really?
Yeah, I'm really hungover and weak now because you said that.
I know, and for two people who love food so much,
oh, remind me how much I love it. Remind me how much
you
I love
love
it.
food. You would never throw that food up. You would never do that.
Jacob's pickles, and we had biscuits and gravy.
I know.
That really.
But he would talk about it. He would tell you.
Oh no! Can we not talk about? I'm not kidding you. I'll get faint.
Do you get really nauseous from a conversation?
You just told me that he self put a tube.
I know it's really
stomach.
it's really terrible. It's really terrible. But that's the whole thing with fasting. If you think about it, it's really not that different. People fast for a month sometimes and just drink water.
That's not true.
Yeah. No, they really do.
You can't not eat for a month. You'll die.
No, you can't. Look it up.
I don't have Wi-Fi.
Look it up. Look it up right now.
Wait a minute.
You could drink
My
water.
Wi-Fi's not working.
How long can you go without food?
How long can you go without food?
But water. You're still drinking water.
How long can you go?
I'm
Wait,
pretty
I'm gonna
convinced
ask
you can go a
Siri.
pretty long time if you're still drinking water.
How long can you go without eating?
Here's what I found.
How long can you live without food? So how long can you go without food before the effects kick in? Food and water consumption is essential to human life.
Yeah.
Your body needs energy from food sources and hydration from water to function properly. The main systems in your body work optimally with a varied diet and adequate water intake daily. But bodies are also able to survive for days without water. We can go days or sometimes weeks without food
Whoa.
because of adjustments to our
Just
metabolism.
weeks, though?
And energy consumption. Eliminating food and water. Oh, I hate when. Just give me one
I just
answer.
want to know the number.
How long can you
did Poppy
survive
do?
without food? Okay. 3 weeks.
So almost a month.
Oh wait, Mahatma Gandhi survived 21
I was
days
gonna
of complete
say, what did
starvation.
Gandhi do?
But water is a different story. At least 60% of the adult body is made of it, and every living cell in the body needs it to
Needs
keep
water.
functioning.
Needs water. I'm sure Poppy was still drinking water.
So he was starving.
He was so hungry.
I didn't know I thought your body could go 4 days.
No,
without
you
food.
can go a while.
What the fuck?
You can go a long time.
I did not know that's brand new news.
Well, you don't know about fasting because
No.
we love to eat. So
well,
we
I literally love food so much.
we were dancing about our food last night.
we got
We
fried.
literally had fried pickles and we were dancing about it.
The
We were
waitress
so-
came over and we were actually eating, going,
I was like,
dancing.
Jacob's pickles, yes. The people next to us were even like, whoa, food must be really good. What did you guys get?
Well, we both are obsessed with food. I genuinely cannot see life without food in it.
Can you imagine
Well, I mean, wait, that was stupid. I genuinely see one of my favorite things about being alive is that I get to eat food.
I'm a food slut, a food whore.
Full food
I
whore.
enjoy a nice dinner more than anything in the world. And that's why I don't there's some women who just go on dates to get free dinner, and I'm like, I don't blame you.
I don't judge for that
I
at
do
all.
not blame you. Why wouldn't you
Although
want a free dinner?
when I was out in the dating scene, every date I went on first dates were always just drinks. Because what if I don't like you enough for dinner?
Well,
And then I went on a date with a
then
guy.
you could just stuff your fucking face. You don't even need to talk. You're like, oh, this is really good.
I don't know. I went on a date with a guy and we got food and we both ordered the same thing.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so hungover.
It's okay. Don't apologize. We both got the same thing. We both got burgers, and the burgers came cut in half. and he ate the first half of it, and he was like, "Oh, I'm so full," and I was like, "Fuck you! I could eat my burger and yours. Get out of here, you skinny little bitch."
You know what though? I was so nervous on I went on my first date, the Tinder date I went on when I met my ex-boyfriend. And I was so nervous that I just didn't eat food, and I'm like, oh, he doesn't know the real me yet. When he sees what I can do, when he sees how I can clear a whole table, like nobody. Have you ever seen anyone eat like me?
Me?
Yeah, no, you. But like, I literally can take so much food and inhale it. Like, and I can't believe when people like eat the food like a little corner.
Oh God!
I'm like, do you hate yourself?
There are some psychopaths in the world,
And then
who
they're like, oh, this is so
they
good.
buy
That was
pints
amazing.
of
I'm like,
ice
well, then
cream.
eat more of it.
Have you seen people who have pints of ice cream that last a couple weeks?
How do you even do that? I will down that shit.
I can't open a pint. One spoonful is half of the pint,
No,
right?
No, you need to eat that whole thing. It's
Yeah.
so good. How do you stop?
Also, I've been cooking a lot because I'm obsessed with my new house, even though it's haunted. And so I just cook more because I love being here.
We mentioned that John is the haunt.
Well, no, John is not the haunt because
John is the one who was like messing with you though. The house isn't haunted.
Oh my God,
Holy
that was Pete.
shit!
What was that?
I can't say that because then the spirits actually come
They
out.
just
Okay.
made a boom boom.
They made a boom boom because they were like, we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
Sophia,
It's not John.
we're
It
here.
is us. Wait, so I've been cooking, right? And even though I think cooking, like, because when you eat out, they put all kinds of shit to make, like, butter and everything to make it taste good. You don't really know what you're eating.
Yeah.
When you cook, you're in control of everything. So I eat way healthy when I, like, have been cooking here. But I make so much food, and I eat all of it. I just burped. I eat all of it.
Emily is an excellent chef.
Well, thank you.
But you love corn way too much. You've been like
do.
literally putting weird things in my poop. Like if I eat here too much, I like wake up and I'm like, oh, that's weird. There's corn in my poop. She is the corniest bitch in the world.
I love corn.
Last
And
night
you
she
know
goes,
what?
we're out to Jacob Pickles. She's like, you want to get corn? And I'm like, no, I don't. We're at Jacob's Pickles. Maybe we should get fried pickles. And you're like, no, let's get the
I'm
corn.
like, but they've got corn on the menu.
Corn and grits.
No,
as
wait.
much as we love food, we like some different things.
Wait, but can I just say this is about to get dirty?
You get mad
Guffanti?
about my eggs. I love eggs.
You order eggs at 2 a.m. and it pisses me off because who orders eggs?
because those are my
drunk food.
Yeah, my drunk food is like eggs and
eggs.
potatoes.
Pete's shaking his head because no, Sophia.
Eggs and cheese.
Ew.
Eggs
When you're
and-
drunk,
eggs
you want
and
to eat rubber?
A beautiful eggy cheese omelet with some home fries. Home fries and ketchup. All right.
Wait, the corn.
To each their own.
This is about to get a little dirty, but I've been eating so much corn lately, and
It's the poop talk again.
I didn't know that your body doesn't digest corn.
Cows can't.
Actually, wait, I have two corn stories. So my boss said to me at work, because I ordered corn for lunch the other day. I really do eat a lot of corn.
You eat so much corn. Emily, you need to stop eating corn. Your digestion is probably so fucked.
Wait, why is
Do you
it
know that
hilarious
cow's
I love corn?
Cow milk is literally toxic because they mass produce corn, and so the cows produce like toxic waste milk.
Why is corn so funny? Is it not? I'm just hungover. I'm hungover and I'm giddy.
No, corn's hilarious because your whole diet is corn.
I eat corn nuts. I make corn with my eggs in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Ew,
Wait,
ew,
listen to
ew.
this. Listen to this.
Ew.
So I didn't know that your bodies don't digest corn. I got corn for lunch the other day at work.
It's not that funny.
It's not that funny. I got a laugh attack. Okay, wait. I'm gonna try and be as serious as I can as I tell this.
Wait, it's so funny that you think it's so funny.
So we always order lunch at work because clients pay for my lunch. Listen, let's try and calm down. Now you're laughing. Didn't you? That it's corn. Okay, while you laugh, I'll tell this. So I ordered corn the other day. because I got a dish from Westville, and then they had it for $8 a side of corn on the cob, and I was like, I would love
Your dream.
a charred corn on the cob with some cotija cheese on it. So I was like, and lime. I was like, I would love that as a side. So I order the side of corn. The corn shows up. I'm not exaggerating you.
Corn shows up.
It is
like it grew a pair of feet. The corn grew a pair of feet.
the corn comes to the door.
Corn comes in with suit and tie.
You love suit and tie. With the cockroach. So the corn arrives with my other food.
Oh my God.
And I eat my main meal, and I get this side of corn. I'm not joking. It was 4 corn on the cobs in one thing. Fucking 4.
You big ones?
4 big ones, and I ate them all. And I didn't know it was weird.
God, ow.
Wait, I didn't think it was weird. And then my boss came over and went, what the fuck did you just do? I had no idea that it was like
Why do you love
bizarre.
corn so much?
I had no
Is
idea.
it like a childhood thing?
It might be.
Have
I'm
you
just-
always been eating corn, or is it like you moved into the city and discovered corn?
I don't know. I will say my aunt at Thanksgiving always makes a corn casserole. And I like corn muffins toasted with butter. I love corn. So I didn't know it was weird, but I ate 4 corns on the cob at like noon.
Oh my gosh.
And my boss was like, what did you do? And I was
Sweet
like,
corn.
is that weird? And then everybody saw it and was like, did you eat all that corn? And then my boss said to me, he was like, you better be careful about the corn because you don't digest it.
Corn is so bad for you, honestly.
And I had been eating it for dinner too. I'd been making it in my little stews that I make.
Yeah, you can't
And-
be eating corn like that, Am.
Oh, it's Purple Fairy. It's my computer password if anyone needs it.
Purple Fairy. Where did you get that one from?
I made it up. I was like, let me think of some and then no one's going to know.
Mine's Dragon.
Yeah. So so then my boss is like, careful with the corn. I come home, I poop. My poop was floating.
Oh my gosh, it was
Floating in the
It
water.
was literally hollow.
And it was a hollow poop. And then I reflected.
Ew.
Wait, listen.
I don't even want to see your poop.
No, this is a different.
Ew. Your poop
No.
is gross. Sorry.
Don't do that. That's not nice. You know I'm sensitive about my poop.
No, you get so
But
offended.
it reminded-
Everybody's poop is gross.
I stuttered and then I looked away.
Okay.
It reminded me of a time when I was younger. I learned about this
That's
corn
that corn
stuff.
coming back
the
up.
corn coming up.
Can't digest it.
I learned about this corn stuff myself from experience when I was younger because I remember being like 10 years old or something. I must have eaten a lot of corn. So clearly it's been a whole life thing.
Yeah.
And I remember there was one time that I pooped. I'm sorry, Pete. There was one time that I pooped after having corn and I wiped my butt and the whole toilet paper
Corn.
was white except for a piece of corn.
I would literally love to take a picture of that and just
I mean,
post
I
it.
wanted to show people. It was like a clean wipe with a piece of corn on it. Just one piece of corn.
If anyone's actually your poop isn't gross, if anyone's wondering what Emily's shit looks like, it's just
corn on the cob.
corn coming straight out of the cob.
Just corn on the cob.
Corn off the cob.
Corn off the cob. Pebble corn.
You know, when I was younger, I used to drink so much Coke. I remember having a sippy cup, and my mom used to put Coke in it because I loved Coke so much. Mm-hmm. I remember I went to the doctor's office, and Coke, you know how you put a tooth in Coke, and it like
Rots.
It literally like dissolves?
Yeah.
I was drinking
Same with car paint.
I was drinking Coke like water. Like it was so bad that my bones got so weak. I'm not even kidding. I
Really?
went to the doctor's office and my mom was like, she drinks a lot of soda. He was like, what kind of soda? And like he was like, I fell off a chair and I literally broke my arm. It was like something so simple. I literally fell off a chair and broke my arm because my bones were so weak from all the soda. I don't know if they just I don't know if they just told me this.
Is that a real thing?
I think that's a real thing. If it
Do I
could
have makeup on my face from
dissolve
crying
a
about corn?
tooth, imagine what it does in your body.
Wait.
Also, if you're not getting enough calcium.
You're not getting any. I was just substituting.
Yeah, you were drinking Coke instead of milk.
And I remember having this, I just fell off the chair and I was like, ow. And then I had a giant lump on my arm and I went and they were like, you broke, it was like a minor fracture. But it was like Coke literally caused me to just fall off a chair and break my arm.
Well,
I'd rather be
definitely
eating
as
corn.
a kid, it's probably not good to just like live off of a Coke.
Why would my mom give me Coke in a sippy cup?
Yeah, maybe we should talk to your mom.
Yeah. Well, I think that.
How old were you?
She also. I was young. I think I was like 10 years old. I think my mom saw
Damn.
her dad being so like just like throwing up all his food. He was like, I'm never gonna food shame my daughter. She could have Coke in a sippy cup. She could have whatever she wants.
Yeah.
She was sensitive. She's always like, eat whatever you want. You have it.
My
She
dad
pushed food on me.
My dad comments on my weight, and I think but not in a way, like, it sucks because I actually love that he does, and I feel like whenever I tell people that, it comes off that it's like a bad thing.
Yeah.
But my dad is the only one who will like nudge me and be like, you're gaining a little bit of weight.
Yeah.
Like, in a way where he's like,
He doesn't
I
know.
No. He's like, I know that you probably know, and I'm going to be the person to be like, we notice.
I don't like that, but
I like it because it's like, oh fuck, I needed someone to tell me like it's time to work out.
My dad told me, and I literally lost it. I was like crying, and my mom was like, "How could you?"
Oh no! What did he say?
I think he just said like I was putting on a little weight, and it was like when I was in high school, and I had like a big little like
Pooh Bear?
a Pooh Bear. Yeah, I had like a kangaroo pouch.
Kangaroo pouch.
I had a kangaroo pouch, and I think I was talking about my weight. He was like, "Well, you are like you don't do much. Like you don't really work out or do anything," and I was like, how could you say that to me?
Yeah.
And my mom was like, Joe!
Yeah.
She like threw the wine glass. She was so mad.
Oh.
You can't.
Well, good for your mom for protecting you.
But good for you for having like, you don't let anything affect you like that.
That's not true.
But also when you gain weight, you gain it in all the right places.
That's not true either.
That is true.
No, I'll
You
gain
got
it in my
some-
neck.
You got like some great curves.
Thanks,
and you're still
babe.
skinny, just with huge tits. Like you got
Thanks, babe.
huge tits.
That was all birth control and gaining a little bit of weight.
I don't know
But
how you do birth control. I was just throwing up everywhere when I was on it.
I have a period right now because I missed a pill.
Ew, there's literally a piece of my crusty lip in my water glass.
Ew, Sophia.
I'm always like flaking. I'm like literally flaking.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
My dad and I just have like such an honest relationship with each other that like I find nothing that he says offensive because I know I'm his pride and joy.
Yeah.
And he's only trying to be honest with me. If someone that you love can't tell you like, hey, you like it's on, and the reason why you probably get upset is because you have been thinking about it and someone just validated it to you, and then it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
You noticed? Like, I love when my dad says it because I'm like, you know what? I was thinking it was almost time to start running again, and you just confirmed it.
And you confirmed
and you
it.
care about me, and you know that I probably am feeling insecure. Because, okay, everybody has their own threshold for what they look like and their own weight, and everybody's going to be their own worst critic. But
Critic.
I feel like when I do feel like I've put on a little bit of weight, I walk around with a level of baseline insecurity that I don't like.
Yeah.
And so when my dad, or anybody for that matter, if they are like mention it to me, that it's like, fuck yeah, I do want to feel good every day again. And it's not just about like the physical weight, because he knows, he's seen me when I'm in my really fit phases and how I feel happy.
Yeah.
I feel good.
He's
I'm
doing it
healthy.
'cause he cares.
He cares. It would be just like if he like saw me smoking a cigarette and he would be like, Emily, you should not be smoking cigarettes.
And you don't even need to tell him about that because I'll do that for you.
Don't tell him.
No, I'll do that for you. I'm saying like I'll tell you it's
you'll
bad.
tell me not to smoke cigarettes.
I'll tell you it's
well,
bad.
I don't really smoke if they're listening to this by chance. I
She
don't.
doesn't. She smokes.
Sometimes when I'm drunk.
Okay, I'm sorry. I won't sig shame you.
Don't sig
I
shame
won't
me.
sig shame you.
I'm not a smoker.
So if anyone wants to know, Emily loves it when her dad calls her fat. Long story short, her dad's like, Em, you're getting fat. She's like, thanks.
I just feel like it's a thing where it can come off as like, what an abusive dad. And it's like, no, he's actually my best friend.
No, and I feel like he has a way of doing it that's probably nicer.
Yeah, and if
His
you meet my
communication's
dad,
good.
he's literally a big teddy bear.
He's so sweet.
Like emotionally.
yeah.
And my dad also, though, is obsessed with watching My 600-Pound Life. So maybe there's a theme going on here.
You know what? I love that show.
He is obsessed with those shows.
Did you ever see I don't know if it was on My 600-Pound Life, but this guy literally dissolved, like his body like got attached to the couch. Like he literally like rotted into the couch. He had to get carried out on the couch when he died. Did you see that?
No,
He was
but-
like literally morphed into the couch. I'm not kidding. Look it up. It's true.
I don't like those kinds of shows. I just don't need to be in touch with that
Or
side
like the
of
hoarder shows.
those are. Have you ever heard of mole people, Pete? Have you heard of mole people?
What are mole people?
The people that live in the subway, like in the tracks.
That would be me. I love the subway.
No.
I'm a mole.
No, I'm not talking about on the subway. They build houses in.
Wouldn't
Oh,
they
maybe it's not
die?
the subways. There are apparently like tunnels. There are like tunnels in the United States that are like unused. There are a lot of unused tunnels. That's like at the beginning of some movie, like The Prestige or something. Us. That's the movie. Yeah,
I've never seen that.
There's a bunch of unused tunnels in the United States of like underground tunnels. Let me say it one more time. Tunnels that aren't being used. And there are mole people that live in these tunnels and like have houses under there.
Are they nice?
Yeah.
They're like pristine houses?
They're just people who live in the tunnels. And
Ew.
they're called mole people.
Wait, how do they
like
live?
me, I have a mole on my
How
head.
do they live in the It's like obviously it's off the tracks. You couldn't live on the tracks. But
No, it's like these unused tunnels. I don't know, but
I need to look up
I should
mole
know more
people.
about it before. I shouldn't just bring it
Are
up
they
and not know what
poor?
I'm talking about. I guess so. 'Cause
Is that like a
they don't work. They're moles.
You just
don't
go.
really know.
You just go to. I'm gonna look for the mole people next time I go on the subway.
No, I don't think they can live in the New York City subway, but there are tunnels. There are tunnels. That's all you got to know. There's a lot of tunnels and a lot of moles living in them.
That's insane.
know.
How's that oat milk?
Anyway, it's really good. I love making coffee at home and putting my oat milk in it.
I love the Brita filter now.
You do, ever since you know what
You
it
turned
is.
me on to a Brita filter.
Well, when you live in New Jersey, you have like the filtered Poland Spring jug.
I've been realizing a lot of things from this podcast. I've been realizing ever since last time you told me that I have stinky hair, or that you smelled stinky hair. And ever since, all I could smell was stinky hair. Like, my hair smells so bad. Even right after I wash it, like, smell an actual strand of your hair right when you get out of the shower. There's a hair smell.
Well,
It's stinky.
okay, we also
You know the name Brandon means stinky hair? I looked
Wait,
up.
what? No, it doesn't.
I remember looking up Brandon. He's my ex-boyfriend. I looked up we were looking up like Sophia means wisdom.
It does?
Sophia means wisdom.
No wonder you're so wise.
I'm real wise with gray hairs. We talked about this.
Yeah.
I looked up Brandon and it said stinky hair.
No way. I don't believe
Well,
you.
maybe I should date Brandon stinky hair. Because I have that.
Brandon stink. What does Brandon mean?
And then it also said, I don't remember what else it said. It said like a
Brandon
scholar.
means broom brushwood, dweller near the brushwood hill.
No, it means stinky hair.
What does name Brandon mean? Broom is prolific weed. I don't know where you got
Wait,
stinky
no.
hair from.
Look up Brandon stinky hair. It's there.
Brandon stinky hair. Well,
If your name is Brandon, your name means stinky hair.
Brandon.
Because I remember we were
Stinky
dying laughing about. This is also the guy that I stared
hair.
into the solar eclipse with
Baby names.
and went blind.
Oh, Brendan means stinky hair.
Oh.
Some scholars believe Brendan
Some
means
scholars?
stinking hair.
What scholars believe
That's
that?
the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
The name Brandon is an Irish baby name. In Irish, the meaning of the name Brandon is prince or brave. Some scholars believe Brandon means stinky hair. What the fuck? That's the most random
Isn't
shit.
that crazy?
That is random. I you know what though? Like you smelling it after I said it. You smelled it all along. I just brought your attention to it because I have a canine sense.
Well, my sister used to always tell me my scalp smelled, but I think really it's my hair. Even after I do a deep clean, I could wash it 1,000,000 times.
It might just be dead.
Smell it.
Yeah, it
has
a
weird,
bit of an odor.
A weird smell.
It's your only odor.
The only odor I have is my stinky hair.
Sophia came out of the bathroom at Jacob's Pickles last night and sat down, and I was like, "Did you just wash your hands with Meyer soap?"
You have an amazing sense of smell.
I knew the soap. I can tell when someone like walks in a room. I can tell you the laundry detergent they use, and I can tell you that if like they use Dove soap or
Oh my
Suave,
gosh.
or if they use like
That was like when I was at Asha's house. Her dad like hugged me goodbye, and he was like bergamot. And I was like,
What?
I was like, what? And he was like, bergamot. He's like, you got bergamot on. I was like, I did just put bergamot essential oil on. That's insane.
Oh, that's interesting.
People just have, I don't have that sense of smell. I'm always congested.
Yeah, you always have post-nasal drip.
I always have post-nasal drip. I could always,
yeah.
it's disgusting.
Sophia in middle school used to drink orange juice, and then after drinking it, she would
Oh my
take her
gosh, I
spit
forgot about that.
and like spit it out and then suck it back up. You
It
ever
could-
seen those videos?
It
Like
could hit like my boobs and like
you could
go
like
back up.
have a little loogie come out and you'd suck it.
I'm literally disgusting
Oh, Pete's cringing, and
in
so
the
am I.
best way.
In the best way.
Who doesn't want to be able to do that? It was like Big Daddy. They used to do that.
Yeah,
And anyone
they
who can
spit
do
and
that
suck it
has
back up.
post-nasal drip because your spit has to be so like slimy.
Yeah,
to do
slimy
it.
spit,
Slimy,
congealed spit.
slimy, stinky hair spit.
Gross episode.
This is a really
This is a
gross
grody episode.
We're talking about corn poop. We're talking about
You know what?
fat.
Poop is a common thing that we talk about in every episode, and I don't know why. I think it's the funniest thing in the world.
Poop is pretty
Poop
funny.
is always funny because it's so like there is nothing funnier than a fart. Someone could fart in this room right now, and I would hysterically like it is just the funniest thing in the world. How do
I
you
would
not
too.
laugh at a fart? They all have a different
fart.
noise. There's like a party fart. There's like a wet fart.
I always fart on the street because
I
no one's ever
have
gonna
like
know
a
it's me.
very childish sense of humor. I think
I do too, though.
everyone does. They're just not
Your
honest about it.
farts are like fucking hilarious.
Farts are like up.
There's
Up. Whoa! Where did that come from? Was that a trombone?
who brought the orchestra in?
You know, one of my coworkers was telling me, she's like, people are watching the show, they're like, Sophia, like you can't just be posting about poop. Like that's terrible. You have like a clientele to maintain. You can't just be, I was like, but are you laughing about it?
Yeah.
Like, are you laughing?
Like almost all of my new songs on my album relate to farting or like genitals.
Yeah.
Like all my songs are about poop, farts, and penises and vaginas.
Somebody needs to talk about it.
Yeah, I guess
And it's
so.
the funniest thing because it's such an untouched subject.
Not really.
For some people
guess
can't talk
so.
about it. You know what I also realized?
What?
People, I don't know why I just remember this. Some people just lie, or I don't know if they're lying, but some people didn't start masturbating until they were like 20.
No, that's not a lie. There are some people. That's true. Like some people.
I started so young. Like before I could even
started-
remember, I discovered the thumper.
Yeah. So when Sophia was 5, she like found her parents like massage.
Their back massager.
and she would like hump it.
My mom like didn't tell. She was like, and my mom would never shame me. She
Yeah.
wasn't like, no, don't do that. She was just like, okay. I was like, it feels so good.
Yeah, at like 5 years old.
But like people did not discover themselves until they were like 20 years old. That's insane to me.
I know it's also crazy to me because I feel like I define myself a lot by, or like my sexual nature is like
Yeah.
a part of me. And I started masturbating before I even had my period.
Yeah.
Like, I like consciously, not like a 5-year-old. I'm sure when I was 5, I was like doing something.
You found
like
it.
that.
You found, and I also looked this up. Girls can start orgasming when they're like really young. I
Yeah.
think it's like 3 or
Yeah.
something crazy.
Yeah, because it's not like you don't need to
Just
produce.
a body part.
Yeah, you don't need to produce.
Yeah,
semen.
it's just a sensory nerve.
Yeah, it's a sensory nerve. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go down this like real sexual thing.
I was loving it.
Okay.
I'm just a sexual person.
like yeah. I am too.
I like literally get horny while I'm working out nowadays.
The gym is a horny place.
I mean, once I hit the ab section, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so horny now.
Really? I don't really. Get
It's
horny
that
from the
one
gym.
thing, you put your elbows on it, and then you just like literally like, you take your, you know what I'm talking about? You put your elbows on it and you sit up, and then you take your knees to chest.
Knees to chest.
Knees to chest. It just makes me horny every time.
I don't really get like spontaneously horny anymore. I don't really want to talk about this. I gotta be honest with you. I don't really want to.
You don't need to talk about it.
I don't want to.
Don't.
I think I just don't want to. That's so not like me, but I don't want to.
What's going on in your life? Are you not having a?
I feel like Pete's here and like Pete's friends with John, and I think it's like weird if I'm start talking about sexual stuff.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Pete,
You know?
Pete doesn't want to hear it.
I'm starting to feel uncomfortable. I'm starting to sweat more, and I think I should pay attention to that. And
Yeah, no, trust.
listen to that feeling.
Trust that.
Yeah.
I'm starting. Okay, I'm not even gonna bring.
But
it
I
up.
did have a double orgasm last night. Or 2 nights ago alone in my
Wait,
room.
last night when
No,
I was
2
here?
nights ago. 2 nights ago.
You were
I pulled
God-
out my womanizer and I watched some lesbian gangbang porn, and I had a good old double.
All women watch lesbian porn. If you're a woman who like watches porn, you probably watch lesbian porn.
Yeah,
no matter
'cause it's
how
just
straight
fun.
you are, it's just so much better.
But this one really caught me by surprise because I've had double orgasms.
She didn't want to talk about it, and now it's all she could talk about.
Well, no, honestly, it's been a really long time since this has happened. I literally came and then came again immediately after.
Whoa.
That hasn't happened to me in a really long time.
I don't think I've done that. Like, no, there was one time I did it. It was when I was super hungover, and when you're super hungover, your testosterone levels boost, and I like orgasmed. I'm not even kidding. Like 6 times in a row. It was one of those days I was just so hungover.
Wait,
I
like
couldn't.
literally back to back, like seconds
No,
in
and I
between?
went downstairs and I told my mom because I was scared though because
I
I
don't
was
have
like,
that
Mom,
relationship.
I'm like so like I felt like the lady who like couldn't stop orgasming in public.
Yeah.
Like it felt like that. It was right when I got out of a relationship and I was like, I'm just so horny. And like I got so drunk that I think something, and I had to look it up online. I look everything up.
Yeah, you do.
I was like, why am I like orgasming so many times? And why do I feel the need to keep going?
Yeah.
It was like I needed to do it.
Oh my God.
6 times?
You had it all
That was
pent
only
up.
one time. I don't think I could ever do that again. The fat man
Wait,
made me
but-
orgasm
but
once, and that was hard
Clarify
enough.
this for me. Those 6 orgasms, were they literally within seconds of each other?
They were one after the other.
Okay.
One after the other.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what? The second one was actually a little painful.
You
I
don't
was like,
want to be.
"Ow!"
At that point, you're like, why am I giving myself a blister about this? I literally can't stop. I'm doing literally the disco down there now.
It was so unexpected.
DJing.
You're DJing. My womanizer was just disc jockeying her way, and then
there's some times where I'm not capable of orgasming.
oh yeah,
And I'm just like
I
holding
masturbated
it.
this morning.
You do morning ones.
I love more. It wakes me up, otherwise I won't get out of bed. I gotta
Really?
do it to get
It
up.
doesn't wake me up. I'll have a nice sound sleep if I orgasm right before bed.
Well, yeah, but then I'll miss my alarms.
And if someone talks about it, I'm definitely like if you brought it up when we were FaceTiming, you're like, I think I'm gonna watch some lesbian porn, and I was like, okay, well, you put it in my mind now. And
Yeah, you
I
have
did.
to.
We got
It's
off
like-
the phone, and I was like, doing it.
Yeah, once you
We
think
almost had
about
to get
it.
off the phone because of it. I was like,
Yeah,
okay, I'm
I
gonna go to
gotta
sleep. I think I'm gonna go to sleep now.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. So I have to get a haircut today. It's about time.
I don't think you need one.
Everyone's been saying my hair's been looking good this week because you brought me my shampoo.
Yeah.
Sophia gets me salon shampoo because she
You
has
can't
the
say
license.
that. It's against the law.
Well,
I have the license. I'm not supposed to be reselling it.
You don't sell it to me. You give it to me.
That's true. Well, you should pay me back for it.
Oh my God, I owe you for it.
You do.
So Sophia has been giving me this shampoo, so my hair looks amazing when I use this shampoo. So it's been looking good, but I need a haircut. I'm supposed to get a haircut every 2 months. It's been 3. And it's
I think that
shaggy.
you should leave the length.
But I just need a cleanup. I need a dusting and a re-texturizing.
Well, yeah, I think I need a whole lot for my stinky hair too.
The only thing I'm embarrassed about is I hate getting a haircut because of how vulnerable you inevitably are every time after it. Like, I really don't want to walk into work on Monday and everyone's going to be like, you got a haircut. You know what I mean?
Everybody notices too.
Yeah, and then like you just have to be like, yeah, I did. It's always
is so
embarrassing.
uncomfortable.
It's always like I feel like I'm naked.
Why is it so uncomfortable? You're exposed.
You're exposed. Like it's like even when
You immediately feel like you have no hair and you're bald.
yeah.
You're like, oh my God, where did all my hair go?
Well, it's also like it's just like I don't know. I feel like a little baby again when I get a haircut in a way where I'm like, yeah, I chose to cut. I don't know. It's just so vulnerable. Like,
And when-
even when John comes home, whenever he just got a haircut, and he comes and walks in the door, and he's like, "Hey."
Well, when guys get haircuts, it's extremely noticeable, and it usually doesn't look good.
No, guys' hair always needs like a week.
Yeah,
But actually, it'll grow back fast.
It needs to grow back in.
I always tell John when he gets a haircut, I'm like, "This is a really good haircut. It needs 3 days."
It needs to grow back into itself.
Yeah, and same with my haircuts. Like the first week after I get a haircut, I feel like a little Dutch girl. You know, I feel like I just got my bangs cut and my hair is really short. And
I don't remember the last time I cut my hair.
yeah, if you don't have hair like mine,
Yeah, I don't think anybody notices when I get a haircut.
I don't notice when I get a haircut unless you chop it off, which that one
like
time
a
you
big
did.
chop.
Yeah,
My mom cut my hair when I was a little kid, and she gave me a pixie cut. And there's this one
Really?
picture that haunts me for the rest of my life, and it's me with a boy cut and a flower in my ass. They put a daisy
What?
in my butt and made me take a picture with a boy cut.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I should post it online.
They put a daisy flower
It was
in your
my aunt.
asshole?
It was my Aunt Connie's idea to put a daisy in my butt and to have. I know.
Wait a minute, this
And
is really weird.
They showed this at my grandfather's montage for like his 70th birthday, and I was like, I'm so embarrassed.
You're turned around and in your asshole is a little daisy?
Wait,
That's
is
like
so
pedophilic.
that is so fucked up.
I need to see this picture to make sure we're talking about the same
I
image.
think I'll show you it and then I'll burn it. I don't want that picture out there. Or maybe I'll
That's like
post it.
kind of creepy.
I thought it was
How
a weird
old were
picture
you?
too, but everybody in the family loves it.
Wait a minute, how old are you?
I think I was like, I'm always 5, but I don't know how old I was. I was young though.
And you just turned around and spread your cheeks and they put a flower in it?
You're making me feel weird. I didn't think it was that bad.
Well, I have to see the photo because right now I'm picturing you as like this like 5-year-old
You can
pixie
tell we're
cut.
hungover because we're getting embarrassed about haircuts.
Yeah, yeah.
And like flowers.
But
in my
I'm
ass.
just
Should I feel
picturing you,
embarrassed
like,
about that?
with
it was
this-
a cute. It's like the little kids with their brothers naked in the bathtub.
I know, but you said your mom gave you like a pixie porn star cut. And then she...
It wasn't a pixie porn star cut.
The way you told the story was that your mom was like, Sophia, bend over. And then you
Well, no,
bent
I didn't-
over
I
and
didn't
she was like,
bend-
okay, now spread your... This is fucked
No,
up.
you're putting a lot of thought into it. They
I'm
gave
sorry.
me a daisy and they're like, put it in your butt.
Yeah, I guess it was like silly like
It was
that.
like a silly thing. It wasn't pedophilia. It was 2 moms.
I gotta see
There wasn't a man there.
gotta
It wasn't my dad's idea.
That would be very weird.
It would be really weird if he was like, Sophia, put a date. I don't even want to go there.
I don't, that's like scary.
I don't want to go there. Yeah, I had a little boy cut though. I would never do that again.
I cut my bangs in 3rd grade.
Your own bangs?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever like? I feel like you shaved your eyebrow. Did you ever do that?
No, but someone in our grade did.
Who did that?
I don't want to say your name,
Oh shit!
but
And then did they
I'll
try
say
it?
and I'll bleep that out.
She literally, and then she tried to pencil them in, and they were. I used to wear
Sharpies.
I used to wear black mascara on my eyebrows, and nobody ever told me it was like terrible.
I remember when you did that because you would say to me like, "Look, I just take mascara and I put it in my eyebrows."
I had to really try certain things out to figure out like where I like what kind of makeup artist I was gonna be.
Yeah.
I did black mascara. You know what? Austin probably told me. He was probably like, "What the fuck is on your eyebrow?"
Yeah, you were experimenting.
I was just experimenting.
Yeah.
And then I got a really bad spray tan right before prom, and Austin was like, "Out of all the days you didn't come to school, you chose today to come. Your spray tan looks awful." And he
Oh,
gave me his
yeah.
jacket.
Oh my god!
I
remember that day.
Spray tans can be bad. Have you ever had one?
No.
Oh
never.
my gosh, you could
You
turn
should
into
give me
a-
one.
I will. I won't give you the one that I got in high school. It was literally Cheeto. You can have like Cheeto fingers. And then I remember my hands were bleeding before prom because I had to take a magic eraser because it's like the only way to get it off. They say lemon and scrub. No, that
You
will
know
not get it off.
solutions for like everything.
Because I'm a Google slut.
Yeah.
I Google everything.
Yeah.
I Google everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you had Cheeto fingers?
I had Cheeto fingers. And
Yeah.
bleeding. Well, then I had bleeding hands and white fingers.
Oh.
Terrible. I'll give you a spray tan.
Why did they bleed?
Well, because I don't know what's in a magic eraser. I don't know. But like there's some chemical in it that probably dissolves your skin.
What's a magic eraser?
Why do you not know what a magic eraser is?
Like Mr. Do you know what it
it's
is?
like a Mr. Clean magic eraser.
Mr. Clean sponge?
It
You
gets-
put that on your skin
I had to.
and then you started bleeding?
Can you imagine I went to prom with orange hands?
Oh my god.
It was bleeding hands or orange hands.
I know, but I wouldn't take like bleach to my skin. Isn't that like you
we
basically
used
took
to,
bleach?
Hairdressers take bleach to their skin all the time because we're doing color all the time. So we used to literally make like a bucket of bleach and dip our hands in it to get the stains off.
That's like really bad for your
Yeah,
skin.
we breathe in a lot of fumes. A lot of fumes.
Oh my- I remember when I used-
ammonia all day in the hair salon.
Oh my god.
And now that I think about it, one of my coworkers is pregnant and like you
That's
should-
not good.
Yeah, there's literally like in a straight like a relaxing a straightening relaxer, like
Yeah.
a treatment. They put like formaldehyde in it, which is like embalming fluid. And we're breathing that in.
Oh my god.
It's really bad. What we do to ourselves for beauty is pretty insane.
Yeah, actually.
it's really bad. It's
Yeah.
really, really bad. Bad.
Well, we're going to walk into a hair salon today for me to get a haircut.
Yeah, you're gonna breathe in a lot of bad fumes,
I hate...
and then you're gonna be embarrassed about it.
Whenever I go to the hair salon and there's a girl who washes my hair at the hair salon who I went to high school with, and it's always so awkward because first of all, it's like, hey, like we don't know each other, but we know we went to high school together, and like now you're washing my hair, I guess.
Oh, that's weird.
And I have psoriasis, and so
You
it's
do.
always uncomfortable when she like washes my hair and along my hairline there's some red patches.
I remember when I was a shampoo
embarrassing.
girl, there
It's
was a lady
embarrassing.
with, I didn't know, because you never know what you're going to put your hands into. And I put my hands in this lady's head, and
Scalp.
she had cysts all over her head. And I was like, this is really a bumpy surface.
Oh God.
And I was like, one second. And I went and I grabbed gloves.
You did.
I
She
had-
probably felt so insecure when you did that.
I don't care. I didn't want to
Cysty head.
I didn't want to put my hands in a cysty head. God forbid something popped on me.
Oh my God. Ew and ow.
Gross.
Yeah.
But also, like, I like that stuff. You know,
Yeah.
like I like to pop.
You like
things.
popping pimples, and I don't understand. I like picking.
Yeah, you are a picker.
I'm a picker.
Emily, like, could literally sit there and pick my toes for hours.
If anyone lets me, sometimes John lets me pick his toes.
You could pick my lips if you want, because those
Okay,
are super
no,
crusty.
and we should not end on this note. We should not end on picking and
It can
and,
get gross
and biting
so fast. It gets gross so fast.
the podcast. I know because we just like want to spill out our
Gross
guts.
so fast.
Gross so fast. It's a real sunny day out.
It's a gorgeous
I'm excited
day
for the day.
outside.
I'm excited. You got any plans, Pete? Oh, there's a Lisa show tonight.
Yeah, I'm about to go play basketball.
Pete's about to go play basketball. There's
my
a
God.
court down the street.
Oh my gosh, basketball is my favorite
Basketball.
sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court.
Who just said, oh my God, last night Hess said when we were at that party, he was like, he was joking about how it was a frat house. We were at this apartment and it was like this fratty apartment. He was like, this apartment is like so, he actually has the accent.
Yeah.
And he was like, this apartment, no, when I walked into this apartment, I was scared. He was like, I saw basketball and that's when I knew. And I was like, he's like, I picked it up, I threw it around, but I did not like seeing that basketball in there.
You know what kind of apartment it is if there's a basketball.
Yeah, and then he gave us Dr. Barbara Sturm
Oh,
lotion.
he gave us all. We shouldn't even say that. He's like, don't tell anyone. He's
We
like,
stole lotion.
This is like $600, and it was like La Mer cream.
Yeah.
So nice.
was so nice
And then
of
I
him.
put it on my neck, and he was like, put it on your face. Don't waste it on your neck. And I was like, I got makeup on. I can't just
Yeah.
put that on my face.
I put it over my makeup.
You did?
Yeah, but I don't really wear a lot of makeup.
Probably looked weird.
Did I look weird last night? You wouldn't remember. You were blackout drunk.
I'm probably still drunk right now.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
cool.
so fucked up.
Well, we should make more coffee and then get on the road. We're going down the shore tonight.
Oh yeah, fun.
That's gonna be
I can't
fun.
wait. This will be my first beach day of the summer.
I have not been to the beach once this
I
summer.
haven't been to the beach once.
Pete, you went to the beach, right? No. Didn't you have a beach day? You went to like Brighton Beach or something?
I was
it
feeling
not
really
you?
bad for myself about not going to the beach, but the more people I talk to, they're like, I haven't been to the beach either. Nobody goes to, I guess everybody's busy now.
Well, it's the end of August and we're going to go to the beach.
we're going to go to the beach.
We're going to make it happen.
Why the fuck not? We're going to go to the beach.
Did you learn anything this episode?
That I'm definitely way more disgusting than I thought I was.
Okay. That's a good one. I don't think you're disgusting.
And I learned that you live off of corn.
Yeah. I learned that I have a weird thing with corn.
You and corn
And I love
have
being
a
told that I'm fat.
relationship.
Okay. Well, this has been fun.
So much fun.
Thank you for listening to Guffanti Brunettes. We love you.
We
Follow
love
us,
you.
like us, subscribe to us.
Guffanti
All the
out.
works. Guffanti out!
Good morning and good night.